The world is not tame. People forget that. The glossy brochures for state parks show nature at its most photogenic, like a senior picture with all the pores airbrushed away. They never feature a coyote muzzle deep in the belly of a still living deer, or a chipmunk punctured by an eagle's talons, squirming as it perishes in midair. If you're quiet in the woods long enough, you'll hear something die. Then it's quiet again. There's no outrage about injustice, or even mourning. One animal's death is another's dinner. That's just the way it is. What remains will go to the earth. Yesterday's bones sinking into today's dirt. The only bit of life left where a mouse nibbled, leaving tiny indentations that say there was once something of worth here. "Gross!" Meredith says, as I lift a deer skull out from under a layer of dead leaves. "I thought it was just a drop," I say, giving her a chance to catch her breath at the side of the trail, while I check if there's any spinal cord left. Usually the vertebrae are carried off by mice and squirrels, little midnight snacks for them to stash in their burrows. "A what?" She slips the strap of her backpack off as Kavita catches up to us, holding her jet black hair in a pile on top of her head, beads of sweat forming on her upper lip. "A drop," I explained to Meredith. "Bucks lose their antlers every spring, but they're really hard to spot on the forest floor." I'd been lucky to see this one, mistaking it at first for the bleached white of a dead ash branch. When the entire skull had come up along with the antler, I'd barely suppressed my excitement, something that didn't escape notice. "Why'd we stop?" Kavita asks, dropping her hair so that it falls around her shoulders. "Ashley's having a National Geographic moment," Meredith says. "Damn straight," I tell her. "Good thing she knows that shit too," Kavita says, coming to my defense. "Or else we'd die out here." That's true enough. Meredith had spotted a mushroom earlier, and assuming that anything that can go on a pizza in the civilized world is safe in the natural one, was about to chow down on a destroying angel. I told her that if I hadn't stopped her in time, in about 5 hours, she'd be vomiting and become delirious. But since we're planning on vomiting and being delirious tonight anyway, I don't know that anyone would have even noticed, until she started convulsing. In other words, way too late. Meredith had sniffed and said, "Then why are they even allowed to grow in a state park anyway?" Luckily, Kavita was there to defuse the situation and stop me from saying something shitty. I guess being the only person in our school who isn't white has probably taught her a lot about handling confrontation. Me? I just get mad. I'd wanted to tell Meredith we aren't in a state park, we're in a state forest, which means that the trails aren't maintained as well, something she'd complained about the first time we had to straddle a downed tree to stay on the path. And nobody gets to tell poisonous mushrooms where to grow or not grow. It's our job to learn not to eat them. We live in a place where geography can not only kill you, but also dictates your friends. I don't like many people. And while Meredith has made the cut since kindergarten, it's by a slim margin. She is constantly horrified by the bruises on my legs that blossom under poison ivy rashes. I'm equally turned off by her manicures and the fact that she wing-tipped her eyeliner before coming on this hike. Past our skin, we genuinely like each other. But days like today, I have to actually remind myself of that fact. To be fair, I bet she does too.